Sherman podcast, have a seat. We're gonna talk your ear off super neat. Quizzes and games, wow, but fun. You'll think rattling coo when we are done. That's never been proven to be true. A couple with too much time to talk. A podcast by randos, what a shock. But join us for the chaos. Welcome back to the Sherman podcast. Do. On the road. This is an idea I've had for a while, and I was waiting for Ben to come back, and then he came back, and then it never ended up working out because we were working so damn much. Yep. And now here we are on the road. Hopefully you don't hear my windshield wipers. It is
on the road again.
It's a gross day. We're planning on going to the farm, but we're saving that for our next day off that we have together, and we're gonna go to the mall to pick up our favorite dumplings. Of course we have face masks on, but we're in the car right now, so we're just chilling without them. How has working been? What is working life like?
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. It's like, I'm telling you, the area we're in is ridiculous. Like, people need their service at that moment. It doesn't matter that you don't have a table, they will bitch you out. I'd say it's like 60% nice customers, 40% rude. But the rude ones really stick with you, man. I do not like working in a restaurant at all. But it's kind of, at this point, it's kind of a rite of passage for actors.
Yeah.
So there's that. We do have some very exciting projects coming up in terms of entertaining, being personalities and all of that, which we will disclose later. Maybe we'll have a whole podcast episode talking about
our possible various TV appearances.
Spoiler alert.
Exciting.
Very exciting. I have been working my booty off on backstage.
Oh.
And Ben hasn't been doing a dang thing. But he got roped into he got roped into my shenanigans. But I'm very excited to have him. And yeah, I'm just very, very excited.
Yeah.
Ben, what would be your dream project to work on?
I don't know what it would be, but I want to write a script for a full-length movie and direct it.
Why not the horror movie that you're working on? It's so good.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, yeah, that.
You really got to work on that. It's such an original idea. I think so many actors would be so hype about it. Like,
yeah, I need to do some big rewrites on that, because my ideas for it have evolved a lot.
Yeah.
So the idea right now for this script is that it is a...
don't give away too much, because we don't want you to steal it. No offense, listeners.
Yeah, it's a historically based horror film based around, the Oregon Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically inspired by the real-life story of the Donner Party, which was a wagon party. One of them wagon parties. They were a large wagon party. I think there were actually like over 100 people in this party. It was pretty big.
100 people?
Yeah.
I thought it was a family.
No. Usually what it would be is it would be like huge groups of people, because the more people you have, the safer it is, actually.
Well, not in their case.
Yeah, in their case, not so much, because they actually, I believe it was somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. I might be wrong about that, but like somewhere in the super mountainy area, middle of winter, they got stuck because of all the snow and the terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And so they wound up running completely out of food and had to resort to cannibalism to survive.
Yep.
And it's a really terrifying, gross story. But,
yeah. So naturally,
I just thought, hey, why not set a horror movie, but like in the Oregon Trail, and have it be kind of similar? How what
was the title of your...
bit of cannibalism.
What was your title of the movie again?
Starve.
I love
Starve.
it. Dude.
However,
such a good writer. It's so stupid.
I don't know why, but I'm just super, super interested in witches.
Yeah.
And, like, especially like historical witches and like the Salem witch trials and all that sort of stuff. And I love the movie The Witch, which was really cool. I think that was probably set like in the 16 or 1700s, so a little bit earlier than Oregon Trail.
I'm an idiot. I thought if you look at my face, when you say it was set in the 16 or 1700s, you can see my face, like, doing calculations. I thought, oh my god, for a split second I thought you said it was filmed in the 16 or 1700s, and I was like...
Oh, yeah.
What? Also, to clarify about my sentence that I said probably about 20 minutes ago, when I said you're such a good writer, it's so stupid, I wasn't saying your idea was so stupid, I'm saying it's so stupid how good of a writer you are, and you need to submit your script somewhere. This is just me, like, pushing and nagging, like how I do off camera, but on camera, so you can listen, like, as you watch this video, it'll be another reminder for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta push yourself.
Yeah, I've got like the first 20 pages of the screenplay written.
Yeah.
But like even there, I want to go back and like revise a couple things.
Ben started when we were in a screenwriting class together, which is what really inspired Ben to take his writing more seriously.
Yeah,
that was a great class.
Yeah, that was actually almost exactly a year ago is when I started it.
It was fall semester. You're absolutely right. Earlier than that.
So it's like, so I think I started it like end of September maybe.
Wow.
That's when I started working on this script.
Yeah,
and then I've taken like a really big break from it for a while because I've been working on a lot of other things. Wrote a different script for our senior capstone.
Yeah, that's a play though.
That's a stage play.
It's interesting because you're so good at writing dialogue. And you're so good at writing images. Like, my thing is, like, I'm so much better at writing dialogue, like characters, people's motivations. But images, I struggle with. So that's why, like, for the screenwriting class, I leaned into the kind of, like, corny, rom-com meets horror, like a Heathers thing. Because every image, even if it's overdone, it could be, like, purposely overdone.
Yeah.
Like, the ideas you have, I mean, to me at least, I mean, I don't watch that many movies, but they just sound so fascinating. Like, I want to see it on a screen.
Aww.
I want to see what people would do with, like, you need a lot of CGI.
What, for mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking, honestly, like, I could probably, for Starve, I could film that with very minimal CGI, actually.
For the Roots?
Actually, yeah, for the Roots.
That's gonna be
I could do that. You could do that practically.
Really?
That could be done practically.
Like with like theatrical set pieces?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it would have to be like very specifically designed. I mean,
I guess in my mind, I just pictured it like kind of like writhing a bit.
Yeah,
that's how I pictured it.
There's definitely some really interesting ways that you could do that. I feel like. Yeah, so for people who have not read my script.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, we should probably give some context.
So I've got a scene in my script where this one character, they come up, the wagon train comes up to this wall made out of all of these fallen trees, but the wall seems to have been like specifically built. It doesn't seem like it's just like naturally occurring. But so at one point, one of the characters goes up to the wall and has this strange hallucination, or maybe it's not a hallucination, it's a horror movie after all, where
plays with your mind.
Where all of the branches in the trees making up the wall, they all start writhing and like almost turning into like hands and like reaching out at the character.
So cool.
Yeah, I feel like that could be done with practical effects. I feel like it could be kind of interesting to play around with possibly having some sort of like poses that are painted to look like twigs, and you just like blow really powerful air blasts through them, and that actually makes them like writhe like a snake.
Yeah. Well, I am driving, so don't do that in front of my face. But I don't know. I guess it could be done either way, and also like with something like that that's like more hallucination-y, you can totally play around with camera angles and quick cuts as well.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't really need to linger on that shot for too long. It can just kind of happen in like bursts.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of doing as much as possible practically and using CGI not to really create the effects, but to like enhance it.
So that would really be like that would be used to like
what's already there.
That would be used to like form a hand or like kind of like allude to it.
Yeah, or like because I mean, like I was saying with like the practical way of doing the arms reaching out of the tree, you could have all of that and then have CGI to I don't know, kind of smooth things out, make things look like, I don't know, slightly more alive than they already do. Use CGI to kind of mask some things that
that makes sense. It's not like you're gonna CGI the entire, like you're gonna do it in like a green screen room and just like have actors with like balls all over their bodies.
Not trying to do a Avatar or what was it, The Hobbit. I was watching this like whole making of documentary thing for some of the Hobbit movies, and certain scenes, like the scene where Bilbo.
I've never seen The Hobbit.
Oh, that's the main character's name, and he meets this creature named Gollum in a dark cave.
That's the one that's like.
Yeah, and he's super creepy looking and all that. So like for that scene. They actually had like a full set built so that actually it all looked like rocks in a cave and everything, and they had the two actors like interacting with each other in the space, and they had Andy Serkis, who was playing Gollum. They had him in like a whole motion capture suit with this thing capturing all of his facial expressions.
Very
but like
different.
They were still there together and they were in a physical space, and you could tell because there's so many scenes where they did not do that, and like there's this one part where they were filming this scene where Ian McKellen, who's playing Gandalf, he has to...
Can you let me know when the turn is? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, we've got about a mile.
Oh, that's cool.
42.
Thanks.
But so Ian McKellen, he's trying to film this scene where he has to be in the same room as a huge group of dwarves, and of course Bilbo, who's a hobbit, who's supposed to be like 3 feet tall in real life. And so, like, to do that, they had Ian McKellen in a separate room that was nothing but green screens, and they had, like, tennis balls or something to show, like, where all the other characters are supposed to be in the room. And I felt so bad for him because he was struggling so much with that. He, like, literally broke down crying at one point. I was just like...
Really?
Ian McKellen, no!
Dude, that just sounds so difficult.
Yeah, and he's such a fantastic actor, too. It's
one of our professors would be like, it wouldn't be difficult for me, huh? But other than that one dude, it's difficult for everyone.
Yeah. That's too much CGI for me.
That's totally too much CGI.
It's really interesting technology that we can do that, and they were able to do that, but I think... It's always better to try and figure out a practical way to do it.
Especially because, like, you don't want to mess with the artistry, too. Like, yes, of course there's a difference between film and stage, but like you said, you don't want to stick a freaking actor alone with tennis balls. I was just thinking of how different that experience is to freaking The Dark Crystal, where everything you see exists in real life.
Yeah. In
the form of puppets. I want to visit that set so badly.
Wait, which set?
The Dark Crystal.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the road for a second.
Yeah, because it's a freaking flood right now. Are there flash flood warnings? There really should be. Like, this is crazy.
I haven't seen any flash flood warnings.
Pigeon underneath the bridge getting some shade.
Our viewers can probably absolutely hear all of the rain hitting the car. Well, not right now because we're stopped.
This is called ambiance, Ben. Get used to it. Ambiance.
Y'all just witnessed something special.
That was we've never said that before. That wasn't an inside joke.
That just came to our brains at the same time.
That was the stupidest shit. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed. And also impressed. And also disgusted. And also amazed.
Also slightly horny.
And aroused, for sure.
Oh man. I love movies so much.
I know, I can tell. Ben keeps a list of all the movies he's watched in different months and years.
Yeah.
When did you start that?
I started that September last year, actually.
So that was also during the screenwriting class.
Since I've done that. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it was...
Interesting.
I don't know, like, taking that screenwriting class, it got me so interested in creating movies that I felt like, you know what, it makes sense for me to start, like, first of all, just watching more movies. Because, like, before that, I would watch a movie every now and then. But, like, since I've started, like, keeping the list, I'm watching, like, 20 to 30 movies per month, usually.
Yeah, you watch a lot of movies. He does it so discreetly, too. It's never like, hey, Athena, I'm watching a movie. I always just, like, I'm editing, and I turn to him, I'm like, what movie are you watching? Let me know. Maybe I'm interested. Usually I'm not, but... because we have very different taste in movies.
I watch a lot of, like, really pretentious, like, super artsy art house movies.
I like comedies. I really, for movies, I mean, it's got to be a really, really, really good movie for me to be engaged and for it to not be a comedy. Even the ones that I like that are serious have elements of comedy in it.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, even Get Out has a bit of comedy. Like, his friend who works at TSA.
Yeah. And
like,
you also, like, you really need, like, a couple characters that you can, like, really relate to, you know? I think I've noticed.
The thing is, like, I mean, I don't relate to anybody in The Dark Crystal, but it's just so visually stunning that I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's not, like, every single time, but I've noticed just kind of generally.
When you make those, like, general statements, though, I always try and look for, like, oh, well, this was a movie that I liked that didn't have it. Why was I so interested in that specific movie?
Yeah.
I gotta look for the exceptions and rationalize why I enjoy them. Because there are some things that you show me that I really want to like, and I can't. Like that one about, like, when you explained the metaphor to me in that one with the girl with the egg, that was, it was like her giving birth, or like finding God in her life, but it was very like...
Yeah, Angel's Egg, which actually you can, if anyone wants to look that up, it's, you can watch the whole thing for free on YouTube.
So beautiful, so boring. I couldn't get through the first, like, I think I couldn't get through the first 10 minutes. I was really trying too.
Yeah, it was very slow.
It was like, what was the sound? It was like almost like a bell, or like just like a...
Yeah. Just a very, very, like, hardly noticeable ambient music.
It was not hardly noticeable to me. It was very, very upsetting. It made me anxious. That might have been the point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It made me like, because I was like, I needed something to change, and it was so still and so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really do slow movies.
Yeah. I've been getting very interested in slow movies recently. Because I've just, like, recently, like, learned about just kind of the concept of having a movie be more like a vehicle for meditation, almost.
There's YouTube videos for that. The thing is, like, I already had kind of a short attention span to begin with. I grew up watching SpongeBob. Hey ho, let's go. But I think my attention span has gotten even shorter somehow. I think it might be TikTok. I hate to sound like a boomer, but, like, I genuinely, like, it gets to the point sometimes where even if I'm watching a YouTube video I like, I'll be like, now I want to do some mental gymnastics, and I'll scroll through TikTok as I'm watching YouTube. I hate that shit. I don't even like TikTok that much. I've spoken about it. Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry about the fog. It will literally blow air into the speakers of the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is no way they'll be able to hear us if we turn that on.
Here, I'm just leaving it on kind of low.
Okay, cool.
That's
Do
cool.
you think that there will be Christmas decorations yet?
Right now, no. It's like Halloween hasn't even happened yet. I feel like as soon as Halloween is over, that's when we'll start seeing Christmas.
There definitely won't be a Santa in the mall. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
No one wants to see Santa with the mask on.
Distance.
Yeah, it's very not social distance, and there's no point of seeing Santa if he's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Holy shit, is Santa even coming this year?
through no Santa?
Going down the chimney isn't very COVID friendly. Is he gonna have
Yeah.
to do? Is he gonna have to do a coronavirus test before he comes around?
I don't know. I feel like Santa is a magical being. Oh wait,
That's a movie idea.
This is an interesting question, actually. Is Santa actually human?
Yeah, I think it's a magical human. Like witches are human, wizards are humans. I think Santa's a human. Or like some people think he's a spirit, which I think is the creepiest shit. Like just some dead guy.
I feel like that is like very
horror.
No, I was about to say like very like Christian, like
yeah.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit kind of thing.
Yep.
Or maybe he's an angel.
Yo, freaking Santa Gets COVID. That is the name of a movie waiting to happen. That would make so many kids upset.
But I'd hate it.
I honestly think I'd find it pretty funny. It would be like one of those movies where it's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays the Tooth Fairy. Does anybody forget that happened?
Oh my gosh. I never saw that, but I remember the trailer.
I watched it because I was still at that age where it was like okay to watch stupid shit like that. And I remember convincing myself that I liked it, but I did not. It was very boring. I remember even as a kid, I was like, this is really boring. For me, that says a lot.
Wow.
You know, I was talking to Dana, Rachel, and Ben.
Myself?
Yeah, and yourself.
Oh my gosh.
After we filmed the Roasting Vines video, just speaking of short attention spans and things we like as kids or whatever, I'm talking about Fairly Odd Parents. Loved it as a kid. Watch it as an adult. You'd be surprised at how you will not enjoy that.
Yeah.
Early season's fine, but like every season that went on, Timmy is just the least relatable, most entitled little shit. He's not a good character and he's not a good person, straight up.
He's like not quite as bad, but like approaching Caillou levels of just awfulness.
Yeah, no, I think he's worse than Caillou. I do, because the thing is, like, at least Caillou's parents don't enable him. Like,
oh, that's true.
That's
actually.
like giving Caillou unlimited amount of wishes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Timmy Turner is definitely like...
He's worse
if
than Caillou.
Caillou had supernatural powers,
yeah,
this is how awful he could be.
Also, like, can we talk about how the concept of having fairy godparents is, like, really messed up? Can you imagine just forcing people to cater to your every whim every second of the day? They're not getting paid for that. At least I don't think so. There is Jorgen, who's like their boss, but I've never seen them get a paycheck or a salary or any of that.
Yeah.
Upsetting, to say the least.
Yep,
got it. Yeah, it's upsetting to say the least.
Yeah. It's like, how... Was there any episode where it like explained how like the fairy godparents society works? Like how they got started, why they exist.
The more they got into the lore, the less it made sense. Surprisingly.
Okay.
There was like, remember there was like, if you catch a fairy in like a regular schmegular ass net, they can't do magic. A real thing.
What?
Yeah. Ridiculous. They can't do magic in like a butterfly net, and also, it's like I think they might be robots. Because they're all powered by the giant wand that's like electricity.
Oh, that's right.
So what the fuck are they? Who invented them? Does that mean that the anti-fairies have a giant wand that also controls them? And we've also seen gnomes. What do they do?
Oh, this is very off topic.
Mm-hmm.
But that just reminded me of this movie. Have you ever seen the movie? It's just called 9.
No.
Okay, it's an animated movie. It's really creepy. I remember seeing it when I was, I think, 13, and it scared the crap out of me. But so it's this animated movie about, it's kind of post-apocalyptic, I think, but it's this scientist who, he broke his soul into, like, I don't remember the exact number. It was like 10, 12 parts, and then put each part of his soul into a small doll that he created.
Oh my god, that sounds so like the 7 Deadly Sins with Gother.
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
it?
kind of like that.
Wow,
and
that's
so
fun.
like basically it's these soul dolls, and the main character is the 9th doll, which is why it's called 9. And it's just them like navigating this really terrifying post-apocalyptic world where all humans have been wiped out.
Can we watch that sometime?
Yeah, totally. I want to rewatch it. It was so creepy. There's also these weird like robot creatures that are trying to kill them. I think the robot creatures might have been what wiped out all of humanity.
Is it for kids or is it for adults?
Based off my memories, it should be for adults.
Really? The thing is, like, I was asking because, like, I mean, if you explained Coraline to me, I wouldn't know if it was for kids or adults. And after I watch it, I still wouldn't know. I still need to watch Coraline.
I feel like it's kind of in a similar vein to Coraline.
Cool.
I need to
That's
rewatch
so
it because I haven't seen it since I was like 13 or whenever I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Stay straight, right?
Yeah, I can stay straight. But I feel like it's kind of similar to Coraline in that it's like kids like 13 and up could probably watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But it might also scare the crap out of them, so like use your judgment before taking your kid to see it.
Yeah, like, do you know your kid?
Yeah.
Hang out with your kid. Talk to your kid.
That's the moral of this entire podcast. Just talk to your kid.
I remember.
Get to know your kid.
I remember, so my first introduction to The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
My mom didn't suggest it for me because she knew I wouldn't like that. She knew. She knows me. She's talked to me. But I was in this, oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
That road was literally like a secret road through the passages. Anyway, so.
Oh, I know where we are now.
Nightmare Before Christmas, of course, like, because we see the mall. Anyway. Oh, the mall. I think we're at the mall.
I think we're at the mall now.
Anyway, so Nightmare Before Christmas, my mom knew I wouldn't like it. I didn't want to be exposed to it. I've seen the commercials. I knew I wouldn't be about it. I like Christmas. I don't want a skeleton taking it away from Santa. I love Santa. He's my boy. So, here's basically what happened. I was on a cruise, and there's like the kids club. And to pick what movie we were gonna watch that day, it was down to a vote at Nightmare Before Christmas one, and I literally went up to the camp counselor. I was like, "Can you call my mom? I really don't want to watch this movie." I couldn't do it. It's scary.
Oh, no. Did you finish the movie, or did you?
No, I went to the room. I didn't want to watch it.
Oh, okay. So you didn't see any of it.
I picture this, right? Okay, we're just parking, so I can do this. I can act this out. So picture this. It's playing the beginning, and they're like, Athena, just like watch some of it while you wait. And I was sort of like, no! I like literally was like this. I was so scared.
Oh no.
Oh man. Well, this was a fun, short little drive episode. We should do drive episodes again. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll come up with the more specific topic next time. This was a bit spontaneous. But again, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below what you want to hear next. And, I'm going to be part of another contest. I'm going to be part of another podcast as well. So I'll leave a link below to Musicverse, Musical Improv Podcast. Check it out. I'm so excited about it. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe. Wear a mask. That's my main channel outro. Oh, yeah.
Wear your masks.
Wear a bedazzled mask. Make a statement. Bye.
Bye.